the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let them have pass all their dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who have hurt all mankind just to save his own belief? One love, what about one heart? What about let's get together and feel alright? As it was in the beginning, one love, so shall it be in the end. Alright, thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. One more thing. Let's get together.
Good night, everyone. Gotta make sure my voice is as strong as the young people are. I want to thank the young people tonight for allowing me to share the platform with them. Because this meeting tonight, it's your meeting. It's your voice. And I feel honored to be regarded as someone in whom you put your trust and your belief that we can deliver a better future for you. This is your meeting, and I'm happy to be here. It is your country. That's what we're fighting for. It is your future. That is why I tell you that every night before I go to bed, and the first thing on my mind in the morning is how do we create opportunity, jobs, businesses, so that you can have a good life, a better life here in St. Vincent. When I see the young people come up here tonight, Ovincia and Marcus, Jada and Gaddafi, Ocean and Wasika, I know that the courage it takes as a young person to stand up. So I respect that. And I urge and call on all young people throughout this country to take a keen interest in what is happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because it is your future that is at stake. It is your future that we are fighting for. So when we say that we can make things better, when we say that we are one Vinci, when we say that this future is a future for young people, you must understand that we mean it. I know the difficulties that you're encountering. The speaker after speaker spoke about that here tonight. You go to school, your parents sacrifice, you study hard, and then at the end of the day, you realize that it's not a level playing field. That there are those who are politically connected who get ahead, and those who walk and struggle are left behind. Then, of course, there are no opportunities for those who for many reasons, many good reasons, did not finish school, and who now want an opportunity, like everybody else, to say, well, I want a place too in this country. I want a place too in the economy of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And they find themselves shut out as well. But that will change, because we understand that for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to live up to its aspiration as being a progressive, free, democratic society, that we have to deliver for all our people. For me, When I say to young people that we are working to make this country better, it's not just me alone. I have a team of people who are going to be working every day as well. Not by themselves, by the people in their communities, and by you, the young people. Your voice is not just desired, it is necessary. And so when you hear that election time is coming around, or there are some big events coming up, there are some who will say, you play the loud music, you play the nice music, the popular music, and that is all the young people want. That is all they deserve. Well, I say that is not so. Because you need to know that there is a future here, that you don't have to leave and go farther afield if you don't want to. That if you aspire to find a job, a life here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that we can make that possible. I want you to reimagine a country where your own aspirations can be achieved. For too long, we accept the view that St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are a backwater in the Caribbean. That there are lots of people who can talk big, but when you compare us to what is happening elsewhere, they have delivered very little. My thing is, talk is cheap. What we have to do is put ourselves to work, put you to work, put the country to work. And we have a plan in the New Democratic Party to create jobs for young people. When you hear we talk about, one of our speakers earlier, the plans that we have for agriculture and the blue economy, for fisheries, where we plan to separate the ministries of agriculture and fisheries. Why are we doing that? Not because you think it's something that the NDP want to show the different. No. It is because we see the problems that the agriculture is having. And we want to have a ministry focused centrally on creating and reviving agriculture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And it is possible. And the same with the blue economy, with the fishing sector. No longer will fisheries be a desk in the Ministry of Agriculture. We will have people who are targeted, whose focus will be on developing everything to do with the sea. That is, using its resources in a responsible way. That is, using our bays, our seas, to develop it so that we become the most attractive place to visit in the Caribbean for people who are young. We have it all here, you know. What we need is just less talk and more action. What we want is people who are in government, who are in touch with the people, with their concerns, and who roll up the sleeves and say, let's all do it together. That means the young people as well. Young people, I promise you, I say for those who are listening beyond this hall here, because we're still in the time of COVID-19, do all the things that they say is necessary to protect yourself and to protect your community. But I want to give you the solemn promise again that your voice will be heard. We have said that we will create the Youth Parliament again in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That is not just for decoration. What you debate there will be matters that we as government will take seriously. It is not just a place to show off. What we will do when we create jobs for those who are coming out of the community college. You hear me talk all the time about the problems of Utley Hall. That is not just to go and beat up on the government, although they deserve it. It is because Utley Hall, as it is now, the shipyard and marina, has tremendous potential to provide jobs for young people. Skilled jobs in electrical engineering, in welding, in fabricating, in carpentry, in all these things that can provide a decent living for young people. Those who train at the community college can have a decent job there. Right now, it's just being left to rot. It's just being left to get rusty. And it has been mashed up under this ULP administration. So, young people, I roll up my sleeves. You see, I put on the black shirt. You tell me to wear a black shirt tonight, I put on the black shirt. That is not just symbolism. That is commitment. That is showing to you that I respect the views of the young people. I am here to be a part of this meeting, which is just the beginning. It's not the end. It's a start, which will continue to be the approach of the New Democratic Party. You will see, give us the mandate to create jobs and to create opportunities going forward. Let us take this country where we know it has the potential to go. And you are a key part of it. You have what it takes to make St. Vincent and the Grenadines better, to make lives in this country what we know it has the potential to be. Let us do it together. Don't quit. Don't give up. For me, one of the saddest things that happens is when I have conversations with some young people and they tell you that they are not interested in politics because all politicians are the same. But I tell you, I am not. If I tell you something, it's because I believe it. If I say I will deliver something, I will deliver it. I don't make empty promises. That is why I don't promise in the sky if I know I can't deliver it. I want you to trust in my word because that is the bond. That's the contract between me as your political leader. That is a contract between me as your prime minister and you as the people. Not to lord over you, but to respect your aspirations, to make them come true. To serve as truly as a servant of the people. That is what all our ministers will be doing in government. So when we put together this unbeatable team to contest in the next general elections, it is not just people who are there to be politicians, who want to stand in a soapbox and show off how well they can speak and how much they know, and how much they know more than you. It is not that. It is about people who have put themselves forward to serve. And they are people who are capable, not just of winning an election, but of being part of a cabinet that will deliver for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am picking people who are going to be exceptional ministers because there's nothing mediocre. There is no small aspirations for us here in the New Democratic Party. We're going to think big because we are thinking not just change, but transformation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And to do that, we need the young people. We need you to continue to hope because that is why we are doing it, is for your future. Don't quit on us. Don't quit on yourself. Don't believe the lies that they tell you that you're only interested in a jump up in a party and then tomorrow, what happens? We are here for tomorrow. One of our speakers said quite rightly, at election times they come with promises. They're coming up, big bag of groceries, lumber and galvanized, and they say, listen, this is what you want. This is what you deserve. But we say to you, you deserve a lot more than that. What you need is to be able to provide for yourself, as one of the speakers says, so that you can buy your own lumber and galvanized. And when somebody come to you, you say, listen, let me go buy you a drink, man. you don't have to put your hand in your pocket this time. Because you're owning it for yourself. That's all I want to create for you. And you don't have to demean yourself. Because, believe in it, democracy works best when the leaders fear the people. Not the other way around. And you must always hold us accountable. And I promise you, in government as your Prime Minister, you will have a forum that you can meet not one-on-one in my office. You will have a forum where you can come and talk amongst your peers and question me and ask me why it is that you said you were going to do this and you ain't do it yet. And hold me accountable. That is what democracy is about. It's not an interim 5-year exercise. It's what happens every day in between one election and the next. Young people, you can teach us a lot. We're starting here tonight. I am proud to be here on the stage with you to hear a lot more from me. Of all the plans that we have, to make it more affordable and easier for you to go to school, to use the development bank so that you can get loans to borrow, to pay for your tuition, and you don't have to mortgage the entire family home. And you will pay 5 and 4% interest, not 8 and 10%. These are some of the things we have. You heard one of the speakers talk about what we are going to do for the people who are on the YES program, to increase it so that at least at the end of the day, the money that they get is not just paying transportation and food. They'll have a little thing left back in their pockets. People crying. Well, I am hoping that when we get to the day of making that choice, we will have created the conditions in this country to create a massive change so that we can deliver on the promises we have made. All the things that we have said that we can do for this country, believe it, they are realistic, they are reasonable promises, they are affordable, they are things we can do. But we must all do it together. One nation, one people, one Vincent. So for the young people, thank you for coming here tonight. But more importantly, thank you for giving me a place on your stage. I want to be a Prime Minister so that I can serve you. Thank you. God bless.